And getting on with it means the squat lift. 5 barrels in place already, 5 more to be added. You've got to go for 6 reps, and it gets heavier every time. You start at 230 kilograms, and then they drop a barrel in each time, just to make it that little bit harder. Paul Roberts, in this driving rain, is the lead-off guy. That bar is soaking wet. It really is miserable conditions.
Paul is of a powerlifting background, so if he's going to start a comeback, it really has to start here.
Well, he's taking his time with this third lift, but it's looked good. Good technique, good rhythm. But is it starting to hurt? It is hurting, but he's got another rep. That's 4. Again, he's a rhythm guy, isn't he? The lift. And is he going to do it again? Oh, it's hard, and he doesn't quite get it.
So close there for Roberts. 4 reps, and I think that could well be right up with the very best today, because the weather is just so awful here. Very difficult for the guys to get in the zone, to get their body temperature high enough to squat.
Well, you put everything into it, as you can see. It's all about keeping the momentum going. If you've got momentum on your side, you're okay. And there's Yoko Ahala, former world's strongest man, setting the barrels.
Please welcome out
And
the next contestant.
Terry Hollands, he's already qualified. He doesn't have to stick around unless he's checking out the opposition. Possibly taking a look at Chris Innes of Scotland, for example.
Christopher Innes, Spainbridge, Inverness-shire. I'm here to represent Scotland as Scotland's strongest man. Obviously, it means everything to me. Being Scotland's strongest man, I want to do well for not only my country, but to be competing against the best guys in the world. I still stay at home with my parents, which is great, because I think if I moved out, it'd be takeaways every night and drinking most nights. So it's a good thing. My mum keeps me well in control, like you know. So my least favourite event would be the SPAC squat. It's something I hurt my back on a few months ago, and it's always been a bit of a fear for me.
Take your position.
Not his favourite event, the young man from Scotland.
Interesting to note here, he doesn't wear any of the extra powerlifting equipment that the other guys use. No knee wraps, no power suit. Perhaps a bit of inexperience.
He is very raw. They reckon this is a fella that needs a couple of years of seasoning, and as you can see, maybe a little bit more experience wouldn't come amiss either.
Plenty of raw power, you're absolutely right there, but I think a squat suit and some knee wraps would help him with that final lift.
Yeah, and a raincoat, plastic Mac, Wellington boots, you name it. This really is dreadful conditions for these guys.
Please welcome the next competitor.
Full marks to these spectators that have braved the weather.
From England, Mark Westerby.
The man, of course, is used to being out in all weathers with his pigs and his apples.
Take your position.
Amazing to think that this man virtually did nothing athletically till he was 38 years old. He is such a natural-looking athlete when you see him.
Squat.
Let's see how he gets on with the squat. He's a big fella, which isn't always a good, very good. And look at that. I mean, some of the support around the right knee has gone as well. That doesn't help.
No, it won't. He actually hurt his leg about 6 months ago as well. He was worried about this event, and it was his right leg. As soon as that knee wrap came off there, the confidence would just go right down, and it has done. Westerby didn't even finish the third lift.
Well, that's taken some of the air out of his balloon, hasn't it? He's won the first 2 events, but was all at sea here from the moment he started this one.
He's got that natural farmer boy strength, hasn't he? But when it comes to the gym tests,
From Scotland,
well, he's a little bit questionable.
Eastwood.
Dave Eastwood enjoying his first Britain's strongest man under the watchful eye of Yoko Ahala there, who's been there, done it many times before. If Dave's been smart, he's picked up a few tips from Yoko. Now let's see if that translates into a good performance here. Eastwood's got a chance of breaking the monopoly of Westerby and Innes at the top 2 if he can put together a good squat here.
He's He's trying to get his breathing right. So difficult in squatting. Got to hold your breath all the way to the top. Couple of short breaths, and then you go again.
He struggled on that second one, and he's not looking too confident here, is he? He's certainly taking his time, but no. You saw it on that second rep that was pretty much at the limit of his ability right there. He'll be disappointed with 2. But again, you can see there is no shortage of intensity and determination. But the body's just saying, I can't do that.
From England, Enzo Martino.
The Harlow boy. Harlow in Essex. A third with the anchor and chain, but then a bit of a bomb out on the safe lift. He'll want to put that behind him, and you've got to have a short memory in an event like this. You don't dwell on the good stuff, and you certainly don't let the bad stuff sit on your mind.
Well, I certainly wouldn't choose a pair of trainers to squat. Very soft material that trainers are made of. His feet will be crushing down on those rubber soles. And we don't want to see another Mick Holding where he slightly slipped and injured himself.
He's not going to make 3, is he, despite giving it everything he's got. I'm sure the weather doesn't help. I'm sure the lack of experience of a couple of these guys isn't helping either. Enzo very new to the game, and it showed.
Look at the pressure this man's under. Nearly 600 pounds on his back. You can actually see on this super slow-mo camera blood vessels bursting in his eyes there. What strain.
He can't bear to look.
Well, Paul, 4 barrels in the squat. Your first event didn't go too well. Improved on the second. This one, you've really got going.
Yeah, a little bit of confidence now. Feeling a little bit better today. Was aiming to get the whole lot on a good day, obviously. Not so bad, so I'm happy enough with those points.
Now tell me, when those barrels roll into the cage, do you feel it slam through your shoulders, or are you not aware of it?
Yeah, you feel each other, but it's not as bad as I anticipated, to be honest, because there's rubber matting in the actual apparatus, so it's good. It's nice.
So things picking up, you've got your momentum going. Does this give you a bit of confidence for the events still to come?
Of course, yeah, it's as I predicted, because the squat for me is usually okay. So you never know what's going to happen in the next event. And we'll see, but my hopes are a little bit higher now anyway, a little bit more confident.
Right build for a squatter, apparently.
Not bad, not too bad. Could be better, But anyway, not doing too bad.
Good, well done, cheers.
Paul Roberts will be very relieved to have claimed 5 points after suffering with a cold for the first 2 events. Dave Eastwood is also beginning to put together a really consistent effort. Westerby still sitting comfortably at the top of the table. Chris Innes will be looking anxiously over his shoulder as Dave Eastwood is now just a point off second. More action coming up after the break.